always outside. So I'm like, I don't understand. Like, you can never go back.
No credit for late work.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Told me I had to quit my job, and I was terrified how I was going to support my family. You can't just skip it. That's not how it works. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe and click the bell to turn on your notifications to know when I upload my weekly video, and be notified if your comment got the most likes and will be featured in an upcoming video.
Yeah. Teachers assign more work because it's online for some reason than they did when they were in person, because I interned at a high school.
Wasn't doing his, I think it's up all the way. He wasn't doing his work.
Okay.
And so he had a bunch of E's, but then he got them up to like C's and a B. But, you know, I had to be like on his case.
Yeah.
Did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? Yeah. Prove it. Then he hadn't done it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's hard to find that motivation because it's like a routine. Like, my students will tell me, like, I just have, like, no motivation because there's no sports team. So it's like, what's the point in me, like, trying to keep my grades up? And I'm like, well, I mean,
it's your future.
Yeah.
Clients are looking for you. Join me. Do you have what it takes to help change people's lives? Join my network. I'll teach you everything you need to know.
So, like, you're gonna have.
You're gonna learn quick that you're not gonna get by on minimum effort in life.
No. They're gonna learn that very quickly. That's why I'm just like, you know, listen now, work hard now, like, so you can have that work ethic.
Yep.
Because I tell them, like, if you plan on going to college, there isn't going to be any teachers, you know, begging you to turn in work.
No, they're not.
Like, not at all. If you don't turn it in, you don't turn it in, and then you just
And there's no credit for late work.
Nope. No credit at all.
And no job is going to let you watch Netflix while you do the job.
Exactly. No job that I know of. Like, that's not gonna happen. But it's like they live in this, like, different world where they just think, oh, you know, I'm gonna be able to.
The box is driving me insane.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like an addiction.
Yeah.
It's like, let's start breaking habits. Can we start today by going into the bathroom without your phone?
Yes.
Let's try that. Just a simple.
He'll go outside. He will play outside, but if it's too cold outside or something, like, that's all he's worried about.
Yeah, I took that away from him a couple years ago because I saw where that road was going.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not raising a lazy kid who just wants to be inside all day.
Right. No, because I, like, when I was younger, I went outside. Like, there was no...
Oh, yeah.
I barely watched TV. Like, it was always outside. So I'm like, I don't understand. Like...
And we did real things like jump rope and roller skate and hopscotch and basketball and riding your bikes and playing freeze tag and ghost in the graveyard and played on the monkey bars, climbed trees.
And it wasn't any phones. I just knew, I need to be home by the time the street lights are on. Like, yeah, it was none of that. time now. Oh, wow.
Graveyard.
I'm sure that I have been.
And the ghost goes and finds the people. I loved playing at night.
I did too. If my mom, like if it was a weekend, would let me stay out and play in the backyard. It was so fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was outside all the time.
Yeah, me too.
We did, cartwheels and back handsprings, and we taught ourselves gymnastics.
Yeah.
'Cause
literally rain, sleet, snow, shine, I was outside.
Yeah. Snow angels.
Yep. Snowmen, everything.
We'd get down to our underwear and sit on the heater and get warmed up with that blanket over top of it. It just made like a great big warm tent to warm our bones.
Yeah. That sounds cozy. I remember going camping in the backyard, like having a tent. Me and my sister just dig back there, like it was so much fun. I tell my students, I'm like, you just don't even know. Like, you racing to graduate and like be an adult, like enjoy this
being
time.
a kid.
Yes.
Yep.
You can never go back. Do you have a lot of people who come from like out of state?
See that map up there?
That's
That's all of the people.
Oh wow. Wow, that's a pretty ways away.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm trying to help people find nail technicians in their area who have the skills to do this. I started an online training center to teach nail technicians how to do what I do.
Yeah.
When they take my certification course, I list them on a map so people can find them.
Yeah, that's good. Because a lot of places, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like my sister, she went to like the mall, got a pedicure, and she ended up getting an infection in her toe because I think they like cut it too low, and then they used maybe like a kind of like a dirty tool, and it was just a lot, and it was swollen, and it was pretty bad.
Oh, that's a shame.
I felt so bad for her because I was like, I know that that's painful. don't think it's an ingrown toenail, is it?
It's just compacted.
Okay.
When I clean that out there, it'll be fine.
It's not like super painful. Sometimes it's just like pressure.
Yep. When the skin gets dry and gets build up and compacted under there, there's just not enough space for the nail to sit down in the groove. See this little bit of a callus right there?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get rid of that on both sides. And you can't really see it when your skin is dry.
Mm-hmm.
But when you trim your nails, yes, you got a little sharp. Can you feel that when I go over it? You got a little sharp spike that was pressing into your skin.
Hello? What'd you say? I said, what'd you say? No, I said, what'd you say?
You're like, you called me. All I said was hello.
I'm like, what'd you say? You said you left what? Yeah, I can hear you now. At first I couldn't. You were like breaking up.
This skin is what the body produces to form a protective barrier between the nail that is pressing into the skin too hard. You have to be careful if you try to remove this skin to make room for the nail grooves, because you can open up the skin. So be very careful and move very slowly to allow it to separate. I'm just going to trim it off.
But I gotta pick Carlos up from school though. I gotta pick Carlos up from school. The lines are crazy. Yeah, I'm fine. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you soon. Oh my goodness. And I told her to let you record her feet, because her feet, you know, they're a little...
They need some help.
They need some help. Yeah, so I told her to let you record it, because they definitely do.
Oops. Does this feel okay?
Yeah. You're really gentle. since the pandemic, have you had a lot more clients, or do you think it's like the same or less?
More.
More.
Yeah. I have regular clients because I've been doing this for 27 years, but the phone rings off the hook for new clients trying to get in.
I was actually surprised that we could get in, you know. It's, I think we called maybe in like January or February. But I was surprised that, you know, it was, you know, March, it didn't seem too long. So I was surprised. I was happy too. I was like, okay.
I've had a handful of people who had called and canceled because they had like a sick relative and they were going to come and they couldn't because they had to take care of them. See, that's a little callus.
Yeah, now I see it. Like you said, when my foot is like dry, just normally, I don't see it.
When I get a little callus on the side of my toenail and my toe presses against it, I'll get a crack right here in the side of my toenail.
For some reason, like my nails and my toenails sometimes will like peel. It won't be, it'll just be like a thin layer of my nail. But it will still peel.
Yep, they just need some moisture.
Okay. I always wondered that. And it's like it's not painful or anything. I just
The technical word for that's called delamination. But really it's just a superficial, really dry layer, probably caused from a nail polish that has formaldehyde in it.
okay. Have you had like back problems from having to sit down like so low?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You gotta do things to manage it. Like every morning when I get up, I have a foam roller. I lay on the floor and I stretch out my back. Every night when I get home, I do stretches. Because if you don't, it just, gets bad.
Yeah, that's good. My grandma was a hairstylist, and she had to like
My salon's mission statement since 2002 is, Voila Salon and Spa is dedicated to providing essential maintenance to create beauty, reduce stress, achieve balance, and maintain well-being.
I definitely want to come back. How often would you say?
Oh, good. You could probably do 6 weeks.
Okay.
You've got pretty perfect toes.
Cute.
He'll just get long. But you shouldn't have to worry about anything in between now that we got all of the build-up out.
Yeah, it feels a lot better. Like I said, it wasn't super painful, but it seems like when I wear certain kind of sneakers,
The pressure. Yep. Yeah, there was a really sharp piece down inside of there that I got out. So that was probably what you were feeling.
I know different. I had to stop wearing like certain shoes just because of how they were made, and it's like it feels like they're almost like just super tight, and it was like it was only so high up in size I could go before it was just literally too big for my foot. I have to tell my mom that she said I have pretty perfect toes because she usually cuts my toenails for me. And she's like, oh, you have so much dead skin. And your dead toenails are so long. I'm like, you're a rude pedicurist.
A little harsh there, Mama.
She is. I was like, I'm leaving you a bad review. She was like, only paying customers can leave bad reviews. I was like, I'm your only customer.
That's funny.
A note in his lunchbox so he can know how many units he has to take before he eats his lunch.
Aww.
But it's good because the school, you know, they make sure that, you know, he's okay.
And there's a school nurse on hand.
And he has, you know, his because he has a sheet, a day and a night sheet. So that many units. So
Right.
they do a really good job at the school. But sometimes at night, like yesterday, he was pretty low. So I had to wake him up, and he had to eat some fruit and take like the little glucose tablets, because he had dropped down pretty low. But the thing about those machines is they'll beep. Like they'll beep when he's too high, too low. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So we know, because it's like you don't want to, and he's really good about it. He knows. It's like it's easier, but I know when he was younger, it was. Will the color be a little bit darker once you do it again?
Yeah, the
Okay.
second coat.
What made you start a YouTube channel?
my doctors told me I had to quit my job. And I was terrified how I was going to support my family.
Oh. What did you do before you started doing nails?
Well, I've been doing nails for 27 years.
Oh, wow.
So I was in college and a bartender, waitress. I had to have a neck fusion because of repetitive use injuries, just from the way that I sit. And I have psoriatic arthritis, so everything was just compounded. But after the surgery...
Did that help a lot?
Yeah, and I was determined to keep my career, so I invented a hand rest for nail technicians and had it patented.
Wow.
Yeah, and when I started using my prototype, all of my neck pain went away.
Wow.
So it's ergonomically correct to remove all of the weight of a client's hand off of the nail technician. So there's no...
That's good, because I know, like, just with my grandma being a hairstylist like this field, you know, it's a lot of trauma that you put on your body.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
just from doing so many clients a day.
It is physical. I'm so glad.
And I cannot wait to tell my mom, like, you cannot talk crap about my toes.
No,
anymore.
you've got very pretty toes.
Thank you.
People have to look past that and they have to see the potential.
Yes. But you know, she's not a professional anyway.
Right.
So, I'm like, you need to stick to your day job. All the time.
This is one of my favorite colors.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I love pink. Is my favorite. I like the color on your nails too.
Thanks. This is two of my colors combined.
Okay.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to visit my channel. People like you are the reason for my success, and I appreciate it so much. But remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for all the latest videos. Remember, it is free, and I'll see you next time.